Manipur with Birth Kendrajit International Airport, Imphal. And Seja Hospital Chairman cum Managing Director Dr. K.H. Pal. Back news, you're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now, the news in details. Union Home Minister Amit Saha assures Manipur Naga MLAs that Meiteis, Kukis and Nagas will be consulted before arrangement in wake of the ongoing crisis during a recent meeting. The 10 Naga MLAs from Manipur, including 5 NPF MLAs, Kashim Vashum, Alaishio Kaishing, Awangbong Nyomai, Ram Muiva and Loshi Dekho, to BJP M in New Delhi on the 7th of June evening. Outer Manipur Lok Sabha MP Dr. Lorho Fozi of the Naga People's Front and ally of the BJP in the state that they met with Amit Saha upon his invitation to solve the problem of Manipur state and northeast region. He said that the discussion with Amit Saha was meaningful. Briefing media, Manipur rifled and has been the contention for many years and it will create more problems. He said they also urge Amit Saha to consult Naga people properly before any arrangement is made, that in the event of any plan for separate administration or any other arrangement, all the 3 major communities. The minister said, Nagas are peace-loving people. We do not start any war with anybody. Out to everyone. Nagas are silent, but we are not siding with anybody. We have our own way. KANEL says after June 18 uproar, the present crisis in Manipur is the most biggest threat unless President's rule has been already imposed in the state. He also said in assembly session at this juncture, in spite of the provisions mentioned in Article 174 of the Indian Constitution, he also questioned the Chief Minister Pakhang Lakpa constituency continues to question the center for not controlling in self-defense. R.K. Anand lamented that the prevailing tension had escalated relief package along with withdrawal of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants and balancing act of central government, that representatives from every community had served as Chief Minister of Manipur. He said,
Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, any told to I give say. Right away, Matam Chana, Manipur, Miam, group couldn't make the community, couldn't make them see what say. A word of caution say. A quick Tamoda getting a see any eventuality. I handed later women. I don't want to touch them. I touched them because we see my take a cookie. I will homely number son of honor, but Manipur Yauna, Mizoram Pusan Gurga, Manipur Miam, Chursa, Manipur Peace, one of us of Wapam money. Moima took the action lower getting a see. India government's a cookie.
Meanwhile, General Secretary of Senior Citizen for Society Manipur also stressed the need to call an emergency special assembly session to take impossible to control the anger of civil society organized.
Me, Assam Rifle say, Machi Manipur di Loktohan ki, but to me, quite the defense ni. Aduna adumana la lepa boy di cookie praja yamwa. Moi masen bawa lam tona rakadoram ni. Adu ki oirbe people say later banina. Akoi na sarkar na assembly pandana tofum topadu chatabiu.
News team rushed to the village, opened back fire upon the armed militants with arms they had in possessions. Later, a combined team of CRPF assembled in the area. On the other hand, reacting to the firing incident, Mairapaibi members residing along Patsoi to Sangai Field area at Sangai Field and the Kokend on 7th of June. As such, a big question and IED at the residential gate of Nauria Pakhang Lakpa MLA SKB violence and tension. The MLA said she has no enmity with resorting to violence. CX who would be held responsible had there be
Maramdi Huzikanna Laibaki Achoba Ida Nasiamna Kanghodana Agi get Manungda Nasiamna Bom Pokahan Birambasi, the Senga Itamoy Sokna Nuaitri, any idea amta Ega Huziklaitri, the Laminariba, any XYZ Nuaitaba, Pendabala Ragazu, Pazana, Irenzana Hainaraga, Haibibaya Bangaktania.
One C.I. Santa Kumar, who took part in the agitation, called it unfortunate over the incident and stressed on all the BJP MLAs to condemn the bomb attack carried out at the residence of the only women MLA of BJP in Valley area.
Strongly condemn Toningi, Sarkar Punamak National Stroke, Matangai, Nupi, Mire, Wasiki Tunga, the bomb Pokai, masidi miyang sangan ningi mahon sojo pibi ningi adana leiribo se khoi ingna tapna
Inter-school transfer of students, that is from class 11 to 12 and from class 12 to 12 without any fees. Press note from Secretary of Council of Higher Secondary Committee as a one-timed measure considering the prevailing tense situation in the state. However, institutions need to submit tabulation sheet for class 11 examination at the specific Manipur beyond June 15th. Press release from the association appealed to authorities concerned to make arrangement to enrolled displaced students in nearby schools and serviced between Churachandpur and Imphal today. The helicopter service will connect 36 Assam Rifle helipad in the Tuibong with Bir Tikendrajit International Airport in Imphal. People of Churachandpur may book ticket from and passengers have to carry identity cards which may be an Aadhaar card or PAN card or government issued water bank. In case of any inquiry or one may contact Churachandpur Assistant Commissioners Josang Lur Jaute or call 961-216. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry.
In air hostess training and airport operations, airline management, diploma course in hotel management and BVOC in hotel management training. Masida Sunatana, Manipur the Ihan Hanba Oina, commercial pilot training admission to Hogjere.
Admissions open for class 11 science to UNACO School, Coleman and Matram, affiliated to CBSE, New Delhi. Admission also open to class 11 science and arts to UNACO School, Chanura, affiliated to Kosam, Manipur. Special coaching classes for hostelers.
Timed English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, CJ Hospital Chairman cum Managing Director Dr. K.H. Palin officially announced free treatment to those injured that started on 3rd of May. CJ Hospital has given free and subsidized medical treatment to 14 casualties of violence irrespective of any communities. He informed that CJ Hospital will provide free treatment to injured patients with the sponsorship of its total 1,509 consumable items to those injured if they face financial issue while getting free treatment at CJ. Also, injured patients holding CMHT and PMJAY cards will get benefits at the hospital. He maintained that to ease some of the difficulties of people amidst the chaos, 11th Department of CJ Hospital has been to provide a Royal Cafe at CJ Hospital will offer free edibles to casualties of violence who are brought at the hospital. Alongside 11 pharmacies in the state are extending necessary medicines to the hospital for treatment of casualties.
Moigi service to render to doing moigi service to pidoini. Akoi ngarang meeting to jai bayam loina mak koi yanare labor situation sida akoi na phagadra haina koi angai jarakpani phagargadi akoi na sigi su darkar le roidabani aduna hai ba sing si company kharana piraki hai free da sisu yamna koi da nungai jaba pot amani private hospital kharasu dum moina koi ngamba thakta koi layingi Manipur
Holders to hold dialogue to bring peace and end plights facing civilians in the state. Who was speaking on the sideline of a mega health camp held at Manipur College Relief Camp opened under Peace and Relief Committee Singjumai Assembly Constituency today were distributed to the inmates. Minister Khem Chan highlighted the emotional trauma of displaced people who are staying at relief camp, no matter what efforts have been put in to cheer them up as they want normalcy and want to return home. He urged
Pana nuai seba toru sumu kisu nuai ponte yum madura halaga le ningi bini aduna maikai ani mangna maikai ani
95 individuals from various parts of Manipur are taking shelter at Manipur College Relief to class 12 at the camp. At a relief camp in Syama Sakhi High School, Moirangkhom. The relief camp is being opened under Moirang Parade and they have been taking shelter at the relief camp since 3rd of May. Speaking to media, Joint Committee Yes School co-convener R.K. Run that there is a plan to shift the relief camp to Brajalal Institute of Science campus to shelter more displaced people. He said under the supervision of CMO Imphal West, doctors have been carrying out routine health checkups on inmates. Also, medicines are provided free of cost to inmates. Ranju requested child health care representatives to visit at the relief camp and give counseling to children. He urged club organizations and civil society organizations to strive for bringing normalcy to the lives to displaced people. Members of Apunba Jiribamd Tengbang Lobd, an apex body of 33 Meitei villages in Assam's Jiribon, provided monetary aid to people injured in violence who are undergoing treatment at RIMS Hospital. Addressing media at Manipur Press Club today, General Secretary of the association will continue its relief activities for another 6 days.
Neurology hona leragla bai koi sinung si chanana ama toina lemina bana tarabasing ngam jaba khajitang oju tenbang jagi haibagi wakhalon amandani ekoi masin ama toina aduna koi si nahan si thungabani aduga ngarang si koi koi gi rims ta leiba sogapan ana awana taraba khrada ekoi na mioi trama koi muk najarui aduga mokoi da sen gi tenbang koi na ngam jaba khra pangjarami aduga ngasi sidagi horoga ekhoina manipur gi haidi mitel bang manipur gi maigei marida haidi join china tariba mayam sing sida koi awana tariba sing sing phom da wai thengna chakani aduga koi lamdam sigi chinau sing mateng pangbi ba koi yam lei moina so koi da ai basi ekhoina ma tawkram ja hon ga ge karam na koi relief camp sing da changjan bangam ga da wai haiba sigi koi da thona pi ba adugi tamtal thagachari.
Millennium Institute of Science Kwakaithel Mayai Koibi also provided essential items to various relief camps opened at Fayeng, Kumbi and Wabugai. The institute also drew the attention of relevant authorities to end the restive situation and to allow the commencement of education for students. Citizens Club Wangkai Shoibam Laikai has donated relief items to Kwakta Relief Camp opened at Kwakta Government High School in Vishnupur district. Khongnang Makong Maira Paibi Apunbalub Komdum Selungba and Hizam Dewant Laikai today donated 11,000 rupees to Helped Unit Committee opened at RIMS. Endorsing state's integrity and demanding governments to bring peace in the state, women folk of the Oinam village stayed a sit-in at Oinam Bazaar in Vishnupur district today. Tanglai Hada Manipur Kanglai Park Kanbalup to Oinam to organize the protest meet. Nambol Bazaar Women Vendors Association today took out a protest against the inaction of the Oinam MLA. Nambol MLA and the Konthau Jamd MLA despite the assurance submitting a memorandum demanding the MLAs to apprise Indian government to bring a solution to the restive violence situation in the state and also to abrogate suspension of operation with Kuki militants. Women chanted slogans to implement NRC and also for 50 MLAs to go to Delhi and fight for the integrity of the state. Speaking on the sidelines, Secretary of the Association Kunjalata warns of further agitations if relevant authorities fail to translate demands and the memorandum to real action. She added women will visit Delhi and meet Indian Prime Minister and also organize protest in the national capital. Widespread protest under the banner No Separate Administration in Manipur were held at Vishnupur district's Thinungai Bazaar, Chairand Wangzing Bazaar, Wangu Parking Bazaar, Wangu Samusank Bazaar, Terakhong Playground, Wangu Naudakhong, Kumbi Lamlong, Kumbi Laisandong, Kaibi Lamjau Ima Panthobi Community Hall, Ithing Community Hall, Naren Sena Kaithel, Ningthokong Kaithel, the Kapot Sangbam, the Sorok Mapal Community Hall, and Lamlang Huppi Chothe, Idengban. A day-long public meeting for locals residing along Imphal-Ukhrul Road from Lamlong to Thamna Pokpi and from Lamlong to Leitan Pokpi was held today to discuss about various aspects of the present violent situation prevailing in the state. Topics ranging from forming a combined group for all the villages located along Imphal-Ukhrul Road and the condition of the Meitei villages situated on foothills of other topics of tackling and tracking narco-terrorism were discussed during the meeting. Speaking on the sidelines, Secretary of YOSC Kurai Konsamt Victor said the meeting was organized to find ways to restore peace and normalcy in the state and also to outline steps and actions to bring an amicable solution. People continue to organize sit-ins at various places in the state demanding confinement of the Kuki militants under suspension of operation in their designated camps and to punish those Kuki militants who violate ground rules. Other demands include disqualifications of MLAs and ministers who tried to disintegrate Manipur. Sit-ins were organized by Friends Colony Welfare Association at the Mantripukhi, Kontha Khabam, Makhalaikai, Apunbalubd and Ward number 1. At the Kontha Khabam, sit-ins were also held at Haingang Mayai Laikai, which was organized by Haingang Maning Mamang Mairapai Bilub, and at Boys ME Ground, Panthoibi Ground. Press release from Segmaijind Gram Panchayat leveled Municipal Corporation Society, Multipurpose Corporation Society Limited says the society will take legal actions regarding failure of relevant authorities to properly repair the 20-kilometer stretch of Segmaijind Sugnu Road under PMGSY Phase 2 despite release of bills for the same. Voluntary Health Unit Committee and Global Shaper Community Imphal helped jointly organize a voluntary blood donation camp and campaigned today at Department of Transfusion Medicine RIMS. The blood donation camp was held with an objective to help Manipur blood cell in meeting blood requirement amid the crisis. A medical team led by Managing Director of the Rangini Memorial's Charitable Clinic in the Yumnam Huidrom Makhalaikai provided relief items at 4 relief camps set up between the Wabagai Bazaar and Lotus Club of Hyanglam in Kakching district. All Manipur Tammi Chingmi Apunba Nupi Loop to organize free medical camp for inmates of relief camp at the Kadangban Part 1. Doctors and paramedical teams of RIMS attended the medical camp. All Manipur Tammi Chingmi Apunba Nupi Loop to also give edible items to the relief camp. Now the news from the world of sports. 16th Special Olympic World Summer Games will kick off in the Berlin, Germany from the June 17th to 25. About 7,000 athletes, 3,000 coaches and 20,000 volunteers from the 170 countries will compete in 24 sporting events. A total of 255-member Indian contingent, including 198 athletes and 57 coaches, will represent India in the game. Sports Minister have announced